What's up? Hello, fellow humans, planet Earth. How are we all doing on this glorious video gaming day? Sorry about being a little bit late today, but I am now here and I'm ready to play video games, I guess. What's up, Internet the First? What's up, Debatron the Second? How are you all doing? Oh god. Slay the princess. You're late because daylight. Wait, no, daylight saving is. Wait, was daylight savings now? That's tomorrow, I think, isn't it? Wait, what day is daylight savings? What day is daylight savings? It was. Oh, that explains a lot, dude. Oh, that explains so much. I was sure it was like this evening. So I was sitting there and I was browsing the net and I was like, oh wow, it's like 3:30 already. But it was, so that means it was technically 2:30 then. Thank heck for automatic clock change. Well, I mean, wouldn't it be better if you just didn't do daylight savings? We talked about it on Discord for a bit. I wonder if there's a bunch of like technical reasons that we don't just remove daylight savings. Thanks for going, Nick. I wonder if there's like, you know, 60,000 servers out there with 60,000 different parts of software that are all like, hey, we do daylight savings. And if we didn't do daylight savings, everything would just fall apart. Not to thank me, thank your democratic society for providing clean water. Alright.
You're on a path. You're here.
It's 2025. Surely we have the technology to overcome those hurdles. Actually, policy president pushing to scrap daylight savings. That would be nice. It is just really inconvenient. It doesn't provide any benefits as far as I can tell. At least not in 2025. No daylight saving in my country. In my country there is problem. Also no Polish people, what more can you want? Alright, for people that were not present, I have a new friend. Is it a dog? For people not present, we played this video game last time. I met them on Tuesday at a bar, and yesterday we went out again. Oh, one of these people that will attempt to steal your organs, huh? We got the ending to this game, so we have succeeded at finishing the game, and now we are vessel hunting slash ending hunting, I guess. We still have a bunch of vessels and endings left to go. No idea if we'll be able to reach all of them today. Would be nice. I guess both of these are the adversary, and whatever these two are is related to this, I guess. There's like a bunch of stuff we just don't have. First proper friend here. What about Shosho? Is the game amazing? Yeah, it's really good. We are entering the stage of the game now though, where it's gonna be a lot of like me going down here and being like, I think I'm gonna go for one of these. Either I go for something I've already done, and I try to like do more in these ones, or I try to find the ones I haven't done. Enjoy the video game time. Bye. See ya, Deb. I should note some stuff down here. If I want the... If you know, I want the Spectre... Then chapter 1 is just kill the princess. And if you want the Wraith, it's just kill her again. The adversary, I forgot how to get. Did I write that down? I don't think I did. I'm gonna do this in the order they appear on the page. The tower, Spectre. Just writing down some notes here. The nightmare. The racer, I got that one. The beast. I don't actually know how to get to the beasts. I guess it's just refusing to kill her? I'll do like a... unknown... The stranger... Alex. The prisoner... I don't remember how to get to the prisoner either. Oh. That's an old emote. What did I do for the prisoner? Not help her about killing her when you're forced by narrator. Ah. Okay, let's do a free her run. Let's just do like let's just try to free her immediately. Oh, but I won't bring the blade with me because then I can't actually even attempt to stab her.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Please, come downstairs.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to...
I've already heard that. I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key is still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break it free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out. Is someone else here?
Hey!
Your shouts, and I'll repeat myself. You try the door. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
Alex.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal.
No.
Hello, it's me, John Yakuza.
Okay.
Yakuza is the best game franchise on the planet, and if you disagree, I will perform heat action on you.
Ooh.
Do you know Kiryu Kazuma? He is the dragon of Dojima. No one has gone through tragedy like he has, and yet he continues to kick everyone's ass. Do you know Majima Goro? He is Mad Dog of Shimano. He made the biggest sacrifice for his loved one, and continues to kick ass to hide his pain. Kazuma Shintaro is the best mentor in any storyline.
This guy does not like saying Japanese names, but thank you so much, Charles, for your subscription for 41 montherinos. Much for Shadow, Mikado, Minato, and Potato. Welcome back to Bagwitty and all of your incredible emojicons. It is indeed Dualius, John Yakuza, who just yesterday, while I was observing him, finished his whole platinum run. He's platinumed and gotten all achievements in all the Yakuza games. Isn't that crazy? And now you might ask, what is he gonna do? What is he gonna do with his life going forwards? Well, I mean, nothing, I guess. He's just gonna sit there and stare into a wall until they release a new Yakuza game. Which, luck of him, will probably be twice or even 3-4 times a year at this point. So, but thank you, buddy. Welcome to the video game broadcast. I stared at the wall until 5 AM last night. It was like, just looking over at the computer like, well, that's all my achievements, alright. You're gonna start contemplating like, oh, maybe I could do like a challenge run now. What? Maybe like a Yakuza hit list run.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
I'm not doing hit list in the game with casting guns. Hey, I'm just saying there's probably a bunch of... we can, Yakuza challenge runs. Yakuza game challenge run ideas. Jesus Christ, what's the subreddit? White. Beat Yakuza 3 Legend with only light attack. Yakuza 3 no Komaki moves challenge. No heal items, only restaurants. No healing during fights or some variation of that. No Komaki move, impossible. No heal items. Try equipping items to make enemies more aggressive, or you have to or have to take more damage. Judgment and no medkits. All mortal wounds are permanent. I also want to do a no save legend run once, but I think they gave up. Interesting. Like if you die, it's game over. No upgrade run, where you can only use one style for the whole run. In Legend, if you die, it reloads your last save, no continues. Oh, okay. Yeah, permadeath.
You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Approach the locked door.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, you're... Wait, this isn't fair. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Warn her. I mean, I haven't done the Slay the Princess at this point. Maybe that's what I need to do? I've already done the warn her here, right? So this is how we get to the prisoner.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end. You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart.
Is there a real value you have a lizard arm? Is a verb. No, it's not really. It hasn't really been revealed, but it's because we're like a weird god creature basically.
But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
Warren works differently if you start with "I came here to rescue you." Oh, okay.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you.
Our
But
feathers,
if I
yeah,
have to
we're
kill
birds,
you,
dude.
then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease. You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you. She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her before she can reach the outside world. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. I'm sorry, but it's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The witch.
You're on a path in the woods.
Wait, did I have?
And at the end of...
Oh. Okay, that's how we get to the witch, which is between the beast and the stranger. The witch. So to get to the witch, no weapon into basement. Immediately save princess. Kill her when forced to.
You're here to slay her.
Proceed to the cabin.
She will lie. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
I guess I'll add like opportunist tag here.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble
Also, hello,
a room.
Jace. Jace
The floor
Toffolies.
is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Enter
No
basement.
blade. Hope you know it'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
And the witch.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as
Is she
I
talking to Jace?
recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you. You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below.
I thought you were gonna have like a giant cauldron or something.
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning.
Princess for furries? Yeah, I guess.
Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time?
Wait, why does the opportunist, is he supposed to be the optimist?
No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us.
It sounds like there should be the optimist and not the opportunist. But I guess opportunist makes sense too, it just...
Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
A slay!
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
She's sassy too. I'm sorry about last time. Look, I know. Things got messy last time, but I think there's something bigger than both of us at work. We should team up.
I suppose you didn't come into my hovel of your own accord, did you? All right. I suppose I could team up. I need a way out after all, and unfortunately you're the only one I have.
Seems to me like she's offering a mutually beneficial arrangement. We should take it. Do you know what the word mutually means? Because it sounds to me like she's offering an arrangement that benefits her and her alone.
I'm sorry about last time.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
Can't you get out of those chains on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now stop her.
Okay, let's leave. Leave with the princess.
Yes, let's.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face. She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
I think I need her to eat me, but...
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here. Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
I'll step on the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about. You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like. You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous. I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you. Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't sneak in and attack if we're facing her. No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself. But the princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and, in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach. Isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened. You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you? Why did you just say that? I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the basement floor. You feel something pop.
Pop.
The princess lands against the far wall,
The
gasping
frog?
as she struggles to recover from the impact. You're still in shock, trying to get a hold of yourself. She grins as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realise that you won't be getting up. Wait, why won't we be getting up? I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and you had several. You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back. We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive. And yet here we are, paralysed and stuck with someone who hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
Oh, is her back broken too?
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
You could have gotten out of here if you just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. I should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you. By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned, where once she'd passed by the table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back.
Oh.
And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us. And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
Let her go first.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first. Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start, wasn't it? The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here? Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. World could be saved after all.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen now? Hello? Are you still there?
He doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Interesting. I thought they always had to be grabbed in chapter 3 for some reason.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror. I'm begging. It's different now. It feels... I don't know.
Gaze into the mirror. Approach her.
Something finds me.
How do I... Oh. This one is hope marred by bitterness and betrayal. You make for a righteous heart. Hope and bitterness and betrayal. Righteous heart.
Do not mourn her. She is finally on the other side.
What happens now? Bring the witch to her. The witch. Okay, let's do the same thing, but I guess I'll warn her this time and see if that is something different. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do. Examine the chains.
You're only...
If there's any key, do you have any other ideas?
Maybe there's some way to break the chains? Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free. You attempt to make... Your You...
Oh,
Fine.
I can only say the princess there. Interesting. Warn her.
Stop that.
Oh yeah, because I did slay the one last time. That means that if I slay her earlier, then it leads to the witch ending again, I guess.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Resist.
The blade. Move the blade. As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
We're saving the princess. I think last time she cut my throat.
Oh no! I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed
Wanted the Fjord
everyone.
watch.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
She has bones and no swords in her arm now. Well, the swords could be deeper in, but also it's chapter 1. She doesn't have swords in her arms in chapter 1.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her blade work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
Can I put the skip button on a different button? No, you can't. I hate how, I wish I could just lean back and just use my mouse, but then I have to, move my thing up every time. I have to go, boop, boop, boop. I have to use my goddamn keyboard, too.
It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark, and you die.
The damsel. Do I have the damsel?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path...
Oh, no, that's a new one. Nice. The damsel. Chapter 1. Rescue the princess and warn her. Control is usually it is control, but the problem is that like I wish this hand I just want it to be here. You know what I mean? I want to chill, mouse only gaming, right?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
But then I have to move the mouse up here to push this button every time.
A warning. She will lie. If only you knew what you did to us,
The
you
smitten.
villain.
I love smitten. Chapter 2.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Proceed to the cabin. Why don't you just bind it to a button on your mouse when it... Yeah, like a sensitivity button.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I can't because there's no there's no option to rebind anything. It just tells you what the hotkeys are, but I can't actually rebind anything. It's okay though.
The blade is your implement.
There's a small
You'll
inconvenience.
need it if you want to do this right.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to... What are you talking about? You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But there was a mirror a second, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Well, the smitten would have mentioned it, I guess. That's interesting.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Well, if the princess lives here, killing her would probably be doing her a favor.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love. Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think?
I tried that, but I don't think it worked. Should I try again? I think I tried using a controller last time, but it just didn't do anything. Oh boy. And it has controller support for PS and Xbox according to the page. Well, I have a PlayStation controller plugged in right now. Warning me, that would have been bad. Oh. Right shoulder, skip previously seen dialogue. The microphone is fine now, right? It's not from my controller anymore. How do I move this scene around with this though? I don't think you can move the scene around with the controller. I don't like that. You can't do this with a controller.
We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning.
Yeah, we can't play with this. We can't play with that. I gotta be able to do this. My stream is so delayed. I don't think mine is super delayed at least. But I mean, I'm on ground zero, so.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I have 3.3 second latency. Okay, nice. This is Jay's thing.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
That's
You
me,
know
okay.
she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right, villain, and you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Cruelty.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
I don't know if this is the narrator deceiving us or if I don't understand the premise of the game. There's no world here, right? Because we're in a bubble of existence that exists outside of the world, right? So he's just implying, he's just trying to manipulate us to kill her, because it's like, oh shit, when you died last time, then that must destroy the world, when in reality it didn't, question mark?
We damned a whole world. But everything reset.
I guess, technically speaking, if the narrator is split into a gajillion pieces, and then that part of the world was destroyed, like that version of him was destroyed, technically one entity died at least.
Nothing resets. You're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever. Especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Horrible, horrible, horrible. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator sent me here to kill you, took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
Oh god.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
Rescue the princess?
No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
I love the smitten, holy crap.
You wouldn't. I would.
If my Warhammer character dies, I'm making the smitten as a Warhammer character.
I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace.
But, goddammit. Sir Smitten, Bretonian knight errant on quest for love. Yeah, exactly. Unhand her, you skaven! That'll be my entire character, would just be doing that over and over again. Well then, companions, let us go and fight. It appears there is a damsel in distress. Hello, Faguri! I'm not missing Shopahara! Hjälp mig! Allah! Nej, jag är kämpegrej! Ska vi massera skulderen? Ja. Eller skuldermassasjer til? You channeled a bit extra Borat into that line. Borat? Failed perception check and end up saving the Skaven as the damsel. Well, Chilean ladies are known to be extra hairy. Jeg bare masserer skulderen din, Alfa. Hæ? Er vel lov det? Er vel lov å massere skulderen din litt, er det ikke det? I'll give Alpha a treat. Hvorfor ikke jente? Hæ? Ja, veldig flink. So right-click opens the save menu? Question mark? That's good to know at least.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Normal Rempy. What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
She can't just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
Aw. I want you to make me unhappy. But what would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
Is she broken? What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you, only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, I'll find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Princess Machine broke.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here? No! She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And is that a mirror?
Approach the mirror. Brrp. Brrp. Hello again. you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is a reflecting pool of desire unfulfilled. She will make for a pliant heart.
Desire unfulfilled. Well, pliant heart is what I would possibly need to convince her to stop her shenanigans, so...
Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose. I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
Hei, Logan. Hva gjør jeg? Hatt en bra dag så langt, eller? Nei, du var oppe hos meg i 2 sekunder i dag tidlig, og så var det bare, nei. Nå er det stikket til. Nå er det stikket til. Nå er det på tide å stikke. Nå er det stikket til. Jeg er glad i deg. Jeg er veldig glad i deg. Ja, jeg er flink ut. Du er flink ut, Logan.
We will meet again.
Bring the deconstructed damsel.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Rescue her and spam questions. Oh god. So I have all the level chapter 1 ones now, or chapter 2 ones, but I have no idea how to get these ones. I can't get back to the witch, and I can't get back to the damsel. I think these are the damsel, these two are the adversary. This is somehow the stranger, but I felt like the stranger... I don't know how to get here from the stranger. Did I write down... I don't remember how to get the tower. Wait, why is the Wraith down here? Oh, because the Wraith is chapter 3. Of course. One, two, three, four, unknown. 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 Then we have the Wraith, and then we have Moment of Clarity. Then we have the Den. The Den. Then we have how many unknowns? 5? 5 unknowns. Unknown. 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 And unknown. Moment of Clarity was... That's also... Oh, they, so I guess they don't have to be connected like that, right? Because that's also the Nightmare, right? But that's... Oh no, yeah, no, because Spectre leads to Wraith, and Nightmare leads to Moment of Clarity, but maybe these can, like, coexist? I'll just write, the way I got there last time, at least. I'll try getting adversary, I guess. According to my note, to get the adversary, we have to hesitate and then try to kill the princess and then finish the job. We both die.
You're here.
Actually, is there something else we could possibly do here? I mean, we can continue doing the peace route, I guess. Like, what? I mean, are we gonna not be able to grab? Do you have to grab the sword at some point? What happens if we just keep entering the basement? Well, we'll go down the den route for sure. But then what happens after that? I'm just gonna enter the basement this time. I'm never gonna grab the weapon.
Don't be a stranger.
So if I ask her a bunch of questions here, that's the den route. If I don't ask her questions, what happens? I'm just like, hey, I'm gonna get you out of here.
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with. The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Yeah, so I have no choice of free here, so I'm going to keep you locked away down here, at least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep locked away.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is...
If I lock her in the basement, that leads to the ghost ending. Let's get you out of here. Examine the chains.
You can't be serious.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret this, I promise.
You're making a huge mistake. No, I think you're doing the right thing. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere up. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down.
I'm gonna check upstairs. I've already done this though.
Okay.
Okay, I have to slay the princess. Gotcha. But didn't we already do this? I thought I already slayed the princess. What's different now? Is it just that I explored a bunch of options with her, I guess?
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally, the wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
The princess pushes away from
Oh,
you,
is this
the
adversary?
motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us. It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure. Don't waver now. As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your blade cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Feels very dead.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
I can give up or run for the stairs. If I give up, she eats me, right? And then we end up with the den, probably?
The princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be. You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now.
Oh, now I get the ghost, right?
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
I wish I could make like a flow chart. I already wrote this. I said to kill the princess and run away.
Okay. Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just...
Okay. Well, I don't know if this can lead us anywhere new. Unfortunately. Maybe it can lead us here. But I'll try to do something we didn't do last time.
It's just an empty... She's already got an out. I'm going to need... So... Oh, we should have taken the knife. I don't think going down there unarmed is going to do us any favours.
Paranoid. Paranoid. I'm just gonna step off into the darkness.
The threshold. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter. We need a...
Step off into the void between the stairs.
You attempt to step off the stairs and into the pitch black surrounding them, but you're stopped by an invisible force. Why did you do that? What did you think would happen?
I don't know, falling into an infinite void seemed better than going downstairs and dying. I'm just scared.
How would falling into an infinite void be better than anything? You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white... Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to.
Go back to your game.
You turn back to the stairs, only to find that they aren't there. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
Okay.
There has heart, lungs. That isn't my fault. Liver. It doesn't matter whose fault it is because fighting her isn't an option right now. Then you should get looking, shouldn't you? Heart, lungs.
So last time...
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
we tried to run.
Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Okay, let's get out of here.
heart, lungs,
Remain with your nightmare.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not going to try to kill you, so do your worst.
Poor deluded thing. Do you think a single moment of bravery changes you into something you're not? I am what I am, and you're always going to be a coward.
She raises a hand to her mask and pulls it down. You don't get the chance to see what lies beneath before it is. Proceed.
Oh.
With every word she speaks, the princess in the pit blinks closer. And closer. And closer. And closer.
Except for me.
You extend your...
I wonder if there's an ending there. We just like leave the game on or something. That would be sick. You're just like don't do anything for like 20 minutes. So, oh, I didn't write down. Oh yeah, because we got the nightmare. This is good. Well, this is not the nightmare though. This is the moment of clarity, right?
This one is awaiting Maul, an inevitable destination where all roads end. She will make for a wise heart.
Cool.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
So, one thing we can definitely try for the Wraith. No, that's the nightmare, is to just leave it there.
I will be.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and
Okay, so it looks like I don't even have any option right now. I don't think you're actually dangerous.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't remember much about it, to be honest.
that's...
No, which is why I don't think you're actually dangerous. Remain silent.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you would.
She has a point. We're talking.
I would kill you, but I can't just set you free. It's too risky. What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Okay. Either I go upstairs and grab a blade, or I do this one.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Oh.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs.
Where are you going? Fine. Turn your back on.
Slip these She has to be bluffing, but you rush up to the. Okay. If we're sure about this, you. Your eyes. Where is she? You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks. You step forward to investigate. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you. Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. Holy shit. What is she?
Give up.
Are you serious? As the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers can no longer. This is the end. I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you.
The beast, okay. So, to get the beast, we, oops, I just hit a wrong hotkey. To get the epic beast in chapter 1, we hesitate to kill princess, but attempt to, and then give up? Question mark? I'm trying to think if there's like my idea still is that if I bring her the right vessels, that will change her. Like, that will make her more pliable at the end. So I was trying to think, like, is there enough vessels here that are from good endings? And I don't think there are. Because it would be maybe damsel, maybe stranger, prisoner, maybe the beast? Yeah. Oh, this is how we get the hunted, right? The hunted is with me right now. Like my boy, Hunter. So last time when we got to the Giga good one where she sacrifices her for me, whatever, we I mean, maybe that's the deal. Maybe I need to turn all of them good in the end somehow. And if I bring her all good ones, like I remember there was an option when I managed to get her to save me. There was an option that was like, hey, you saved me or whatever. Maybe the goal is to get her to help me in all endings. Like at endings where I'm only alive because of her, or where we work together, I guess. Maybe that's the deal. But because I haven't grabbed the blade here before, I'll just grab the blade this time. Because that might lead to whatever this is. If I don't grab the blade, though, I could just let her eat me. I'll just try. I'll just try entering the basement and just being like, "Yeah, sure, eat me, whatever."
No steel claw.
And still.
There's a shift in the humid air, and something enormous. The princess lunges from the shadows, her maw unhinged and dripping, her eyes fierce and full of hunger. She is too quick to outrun, too nimble to outmaneuver, too determined to overpower. This is her domain. You are devoured. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no. This isn't it. You are in a dark and caustic place. A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
War? They put war in this game?
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin. You itch, then sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around you rumbles as the princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you.
Jesus.
There will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
But you don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison.
This world is a prison.
I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Together.
Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. We don't have steel, but we have tooth and claw. Tear through her before we are her.
Oh, if I had a sword, I could like cut in through her. Let's see here. The beast. You could have asked me before swallowing me alive. Can you talk to the cabin? Fine, you can leave.
Oh, can I?
The click of what you presume to be a door ripples through the layers of suffocating flesh.
That wasn't so hard.
You feel her take another massive step, and then another, and then...
I want to eat dinner. How's the princess thing going? I think she's about to get consumed.
And then? It's gone quiet, hasn't it?
You can feel a churning in the form around you, and then a wet tunneling before you are ejected to a place that is nowhere at all.
I guess I don't need you to be a part of me. How lucky for you.
Interesting clothing.
This place is cold.
She's gone.
Now we have the beasts. It's going pretty good. We've gotten some more endings, I guess. Our ending hunting is going well. I'm still struggling though, because we need to find all of these guys down here, and I have no idea how to get to them. I think maybe if I slice through her stomach, she becomes whatever this is. Maybe. I'm not sure. The problem running into is that, like, we can only... I don't mind doing them multiple times, of course, because we can get all of the different memories. Like, we still need a lot of stuff here, right? There's a bunch of stuff we just don't have here. But, like, I can only go one path once. I can only get the damsel once per playthrough. Are you retaining a giant flowchart at fully pass choices? I don't have a flowchart, I just have a document. A flowchart isn't necessary, I don't think. I think the game is straightforward, so enough that once you've, like, got a general idea of how to get somewhere, it's easy to get back there.
This one is consumed by instinct, a predator pushing those around her to adapt. She will make for a cunning heart.
Instinct and adaptation, cunning heart. Don't I already have a cunning heart? I guess I don't.
She wishes me to devour you, to make you a part of myself, but she is only a voice.
Interesting.
Do not mourn her, for she is part of something greater.
Bring the beast to her, okay. So now I should have, like, no choice, essentially. Yeah, I literally have to take the blade. I've done every ending that involves not taking the blade. I think if I just slay her, I can get to the Spectre, and then we can try to go somewhere from there, I guess?
Good. You're still listening to reason. Yes. This is... Really? Good.
Oh! Oh, right, I went down and grabbed the blade and killed myself, right? This is how we got cold. We have Voice of the Cold now. This is Spectre. I'm cold. I'm cold. I'm cold, ow. Ow, I'm cold. I'm cold. Ow, 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 ow. Save? You want me to? But we can't go back. It doesn't remember our stuff, though. So I'm just writing stuff down. This leads to moment of clarity. I can say it if you want. I mean, I don't remember what any of these insults are, so I'll just throw it in here, I guess. I'm gonna enter the Basmati.
What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. And now it's gone. Let's not spend much...
Wait and see how things play out.
I see you don't have that annoying knife anymore. So, does that mean you regret what you've done? Are you here to apologize and make nice? Beg for absolution, maybe? Because I might be interested in seeing a little begging.
Jesus, like a gajillion options. There's literally a gajillion options. I'm sorry I killed you last time, I shouldn't have done that. I want to do the one where I tell her. The people who wanted me, you dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Let's team up.
Okay. I didn't want to be open to the idea, but there's no denying it now. You've clearly been here before. Oh. What tipped you off? Was it the corpse? Doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that nobody tricked you. I've done nothing but give you wholly accurate information, and I'm sure whatever version of me you met in whatever...
The enemy of my enemy.
The princess circles you again, her icy fingertips trailing up your spine, sending shivers rippling across your flesh.
I don't want enemies. I don't want to fight. I just want to go home. Is that really so much to ask?
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
I mean, we can't hold her back anymore, right? I feel like we kind of just have to let her go. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say, teleported. It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
What's the end goal here? To kill her or free her? The end goal is that once... Essentially, we're in a loop. And the way the loop works is that we engage with the princess, and then the princess turns into something, and then the entity devours that something, right? So my ultimate goal would be to make the entity and she does that 5 times. So the entity devours 5 princesses. My end goal would be to try to get the entity to devour 5 princesses of my choice. But right now, our goal is just to find the princesses. Because there are, like, all the Black Tar princesses, these are vessels I haven't found yet. So my goal right now is to try to figure out how to get all of these ones, so I can get an idea. It's more like a spiral, yes. True. It's not a rope, it's a spiral. My goal right now is to try to figure out who all the princesses are, all the vessels, and to try to figure out if there's any sort of like connection between them that I can draw on. There are some weird things, like a couple of these vessels lead to red answers. So I wonder, like, if I have all the red answers, is that does anything? But yeah. So our goal right now, though, is just to try to find all the princesses, essentially.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right. I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
Okay, so this... Wonder how long it's gonna take? I mean, the question isn't how long it's gonna take, it's how long until I get bored. But the thing is, the more we go through it, the faster it gets, right? Because we can skip over all the dialogue. So she specifically mentioned that I said nothing. Does that mean that if I try to talk to her and then slay... Oh yeah, of course, because you can only get here if I slay her instantly, right? If I hesitate at all, she gets a chance to fight back.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
I'm sorry I killed you last time, I shouldn't have done that.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
But where's my... Oh god. I only have one, chew. That's not good. 1 second. Did I push the other one under a bed or something? Oh, I found it. Oh. I was worried Bella had eaten it. Yeah, the question is not how long it's gonna take, it's just, like, will we get there before I get bored, right? But I don't think we'll finish it today. We'll probably have one more day at least. The thing is, I'm not very clever. And I think this game probably wants you to be a little bit clever at least. So, a potential problem that we'll run into, of course, is that in order to get maybe some true ending or secret ending or something, I might have to do very specific choices that I just don't understand. Like, we got an achievement for getting a full character. And I don't know what that means. Yeah, bring the razor full to her. But I think that was only because I brought the entire razor rather than bringing just the heart. But I don't even know. And what was the difference? I don't even remember if there was any difference. Maybe I need to go back and see, because I wrote it down the answer for full. Maybe I need to see what... Also... Yeah, the razor leads nowhere, interestingly enough. Cool. Actually, I'll write that here.
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it? No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Yeah, I want to try to get like an ending that I think is good, where we can both like coexist and work together. We've done 2 endings so far. We've done the loop ending and we've done the slay ending. I'm saying you, I died, I'm floating around like you. What happened? You're dead, or at least most dead. What can... You go through walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go. I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine. Hasn't got out and can't get out are 2 very different things. It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride.
If I let her hitch a ride, then I don't think we get a third. Then we bring the Wraith as a vessel. Right?
After all, you owe me.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
She
is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her. Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Return. I need to think on this. The answer is no. Yeah, sure, she can possess me.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
See you soon.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart, all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul.
The Stardew intro was giggle out. I was going to have, ooh, Stardew. That's gonna make one Debatron very excited.
I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Not sure what's up with the volume in this game. No, I remember the intro being. I think the problem is that when you launch the game, it doesn't remember your sound settings before you get into the game. I think something like that.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
I got everything at 1% now and it's still loud? Jesus Christ.
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
And I realize there's like a smudge on the side of a monitor. It was distracting me.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of
Yeah,
here.
I remember the problem being that it does, like, even when you change the settings in-game, it doesn't remember the settings before you actually get in-game, I think.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
I'll set it up on Windows, it'll remember that.
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Shards of blocking grass.
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me, is what I am. Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
Use controller or keyboard and mouse? I use keyboard and mouse? Yeah, I use keyboard and mouse, yeah.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I actually don't remember, but I'm pretty sure I use keyboard and mouse. Because I feel like I remember there's a bit of like precise movement that was annoying with the controller.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen. Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
I can't think this right. There's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her. One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Leave the basement.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world? It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world. Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world. I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn? Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door. For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able. It's just